Hello and welcome to Intellectual Property. Well, it's Pride Month, so we wanted to talk about the first major LGBT... Where the hell are my images? Well, what do you mean there's no major LGBTQ plus movie for comic books? There's a bunch in comics and on TV. What are you talking about? What about Captain America and Bucky Barnes? I mean, have you seen The Winter Soldier? Well, what about Magneto and Professor X? They're just friends? Well, what about Wonder Woman? I mean, she grew up on that island with nothing but women her whole life. She had to love somebody. Well, was she waiting for a to fall out the sky? Comics have a long history of embracing and representing all forms of sexuality. Although it's been implied before, Iceman was retconned gay, Kay Kane, aka Batwoman, has always been a lesbian, America Chavez is a Latinx lesbian, Jughead Jones is asexual, Alysia Yeoh is transgendered, and there are many other queer characters across multiple publishers. Of course, these comics aren't perfect. Instead of giving Iceman the chance to come out himself, Marvel has Jean Grey out him, which is the worst thing she's done after marrying Cyclops. At last minute, DC refused to go with Batwoman's wedding to another woman. There's a long way to go, but we're seeing progress for queer comic fans, especially in comics television. Comic book TV shows are filled with queer actors and characters. In fact, so many straight superheroes are played by gay actors you'd think we were making TV in the 1950s. Additionally, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Jessica Jones, Supergirl, Arrow, The Flash, Riverdale, Legends of Tomorrow, and Gotham all feature LGBTQ+ characters. They aren't all the main or even major characters, but they exist. The representation is there, and so is the fan base, which is why it's surprising we're not seeing more queer people in comic book movies. If you don't think there's a gay fan base for Marvel and DC's film universes, you're wrong. There's enough fan fiction to last a lifetime, the content of which contains so much guy-on-guy action, you think that somebody at the White House was signing an executive order. There is an audience for this, but I suppose maybe the movie industry is too scared to commit to that audience. I mean, most of Hollywood's queer-themed films are Oscar bait or indies. That, or queer characters are presented as the best friends in romantic comedies. I mean, I'm pretty sure gay men are about as tired of seeing themselves give straight women makeovers as black dudes are of getting killed first in horror films. On top of that, none of the straight relationships in any of these movies ever stand out. Jane Foster and Thor had about as much chemistry as Anakin Skywalker and sand. It's cold and coarse. I hate it. Black Widow and Hulk's relationship made no sense, and this guy can't catch a break with any of his relationships. Well, unless it's in the neck. Seriously, I've got more chemistry with my graphic box than the straight relationships in these movies. Hey, you. No. Stop it. Stop, you're bad. Perhaps the biggest obstacle facing queer representation is queerbaiting. This is when two characters who are probably gay get really, really close to being shown as gay, but then never are, like Bucky and Cap, Professor X and Magneto, and Peggy and Angie from Agent Carter. It happens on non-comic related TV as well, like on Sherlock, Merlin, and Rizzoli and Isles. The goal of this is to excite the queer fans, who companies clearly know exist, without going far enough to ostracize their more conservative audience. So queer fans are excited by the potential of a queer character, but your homophobic Uncle Chip don't get too upset and wrinkle his best camo tuxedo in a fit of rage. This isn't queer representation though. Power Rangers promised a gay Yellow Ranger, so queer fans went to see it. And then the film refused to let the Yellow Ranger actually say she was gay. It's a tease for fans who deserve better. Straight guys, if you still don't get it, think about it like this. It's like queer people are friend-zoned by the movie industry. The industry strings them along, queer fans get everything they want out of this relationship with films except what they really want. However, unlike the friend zone, queerbaiting is a real problem. It's not some ridiculous, weird, pseudo-nice guy sexist expectation. Queerbaiting is often dismissed as just the rantings of fans, and here's where it gets tricky, because where do you draw the line? Sometimes platonic relationships are taken out of context, but sometimes it's the show's fault. Some of the confusion comes from the history of gay relationships portrayed in the media. From 1930 to 1968, the Hays Code forbade overt portrayals of so-called in pure love. Without explicitly saying it, they forbade gay couples from appearing on TV and film. The industry's developed around this, learning to put gay relationships as subtext only. This led to the state we're in today, where gay characters are allowed, but most often remain as subtext anyway, with the task of finding them left up to the viewer. With that history, is it any wonder why queer people are finding subtext even when some of us may see nothing? Additionally, there is a major problem with the mortality rate of gay characters on television. Gay and bisexual characters are killed off on shows with great frequency, despite the fact that there are only a few of them. What good is representation when those who represent you are constantly getting killed off? Ultimately, here's the problem. Queer people are being used to attract viewers, and to add injury to insult, queer characters are being killed in the process. This is alarming, as LGBTQ+ hate crimes are amongst the most prevalent hate crimes in America. Where, if not superheroes, should queer children look to for safe haven? Queer kids deserve to see more positive and powerful representations of themselves, where they're not just victims. If they're good enough for you to take their money on opening weekends, you better do right by them. Queer people exist, and they're not going anywhere anytime soon, so they should exist in these movies. It isn't catering, it's accuracy. Just because your belief system forbids it doesn't mean you have to go out of your way to be a d***. The Bible also forbids eating shellfish. I don't see you out here boycotting Red Lobster. That's right. You might bring out the argument that young people shouldn't be exposed to gay images too early in life. Right, so let's fill their screens romanticizing an abusive relationship between a psychopathic clown and his Stockholm Syndrome victim. I mean, there are really people online calling Harley Quinn and the Joker relationship goals, which is about as relationship goals as OJ and Nicole Simpson. Maybe it's just me, but I would rather my child see something more appropriate and less toxic, like the love between these two. We'll be right back. Thanks for watching Intellectual Property with your boy, Andrew Rivera. Here is the response we got from last week's question. Our question this week is, what is your favorite LGBTQ+ relationship from the comics and why? Please let us know in the comments section, and make sure to check out ComicsVerse at comicsverse.com.